As someone who has a channel about slow and cozy living, I've managed to collect quite a few cameras, but each one serves as a different purpose. I'll be honest, I didn't think I needed the DJI Osmo Nano, and after watching tons of reviews and waiting for the different updates, I ended up spending my hard-earned cash to buy the Nano. Look at it, it's tiny and lightweight, it fits in the palm of my hand, and it even fits in my pocket. If you want a tech review, there's plenty of those elsewhere on the web. I'm going to see if the DJI Osmo Nano has a place in my daily life, and to help you decide whether or not to buy one if you're still on the fence. I know this video is not sponsored, I just love cameras and tech products. What about you all? How has the weather been on your side? The weather has been weathering, and looking back on this video has made me reminiscent of the nice spring weather we had for about 2 weeks until the weather turned again and it's just back to winter where it's cold and rainy and windy. So I hope wherever you are in the world, you're having a pleasant springtime. Too far, baby. It's too far. Yo, too far. Try again. Come. That's me. After the cold and gloomy winter we've had, it was nice that the sun popped its head out for a few weeks. I love being able to sit outside and read and soak in the vitamin D. And this series that I've been going through, I find it to be so good. It's called A Rip Through Time by Kelly Armstrong, and it's a historical fiction, mystery, kind of like a Nancy Drew but in the past, which I was surprised how much I like this series. And I've been reading the recent one that was released last year called Death at a Highland Wedding. And then there's a new book that is coming out in May, so just in a few months. If you're into that kind of series, I would highly recommend to check this out. Normally I'm reading romantasy, but sometimes I just need a break, so this is like a nice different genre to get into. What about you all? What are y'all reading? Have you read this series before? Do you like it? Or do you have anything you would recommend reading? Let us know in the comments below. So this is my second time filming in a grocery store. The first time I was filming, I had just got the Osmo Nano and I was feeling really paranoid. I don't know why, but maybe just because I had just gotten it and I wasn't used to the camera and how to position it, and just, you know, how it is with when you get something new, you still need to work with it and see how you still need to see how it works. And so I felt like I didn't really capture very good footage. So this is my second time trying to remedy that, and it was definitely a lot better than the first time when I used the Nano. I mean, obviously, there still could be improvements in terms of like different angles and shots. Obviously, I can't capture everything because I'm trying to make sure I'm not capturing people's faces. This is really just my experience going into the store. I had to cut it a little bit short because I couldn't really film like checkout or anything because there's a lot of people inside the store, and especially the checkout lines and everything. I'd have to go again when there's less people. I did think about having another shot would be kind of cool from the checkout part where you scan all the food, but that just wasn't possible at this point in time. Oh, this is 49 cents. This one. What? Yeah, I think it's good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8。可以啊。啊？
黄色的是 Scrub Daddy，
对呀，
红色的是 Scrub Mommy。
哦，要买一个 Scrub Mommy。
为什么 Scrub Mommy？
Because one side is.
Instead of Scrub Daddy。 One
Actually-
side is steady,
I think I already have a scrub mommy because one side is
harder.
harder, the other side is soft. Actually, I think I have a scrub mommy.
那你还要买？你不要了。
I need like a... No, I think I want to get the one from Amazon. They have the 000 something. These are two bigger purchases. One was from the Amazon Spring Day sale, which was a Dutch oven. And this other one is from brand or e-commerce site called VP. I believe this is only in Europe. And basically it's just a bunch of retailers that sell like overstock or flash sales. You can find some sales from brands like Le Creuset, Dyson. There's a lot of different stores with different types of products that they sell. This one that I bought was from Morrison & Co. I believe it's a British brand. I'm not quite sure, but the store that sells it is British. Or the store that's on VP is British, which is called Spode. And they actually, because I only knew Morrison & Co. from H&M, they had a collab. And I didn't know they actually had like cutlery and cookware. And they have these plates that were available. They were so beautiful. I'm gonna save these plates for a more special occasion, but I'm kind of sad because when I went on, they also had these pasta bowls and I thought that would be nice to have, but unfortunately they were all sold out. So I'm gonna keep my eye on this and hopefully the brand will come up again and I can see if they can if I can purchase them. But yeah, this is a very cool site. If you're here in Europe, you should check it out. I love the color of this Dutch oven. It's like a deep forest green. They also have a lot of other different colors like white and red and orange, but this one just stood out to me. I think I'm just perhaps in my green era, but look at it. I mean, I just think it's so beautiful. And for a second, I thought those little oven mitts were just there. They're just like little tiny hands, but I realized they're actually for the Dutch oven handles because it does get hot when you cook it on the stove and they just don't want you to burn yourself when you're moving it. So that was a really cute gift that they included along with like a heat pad. I'm going to be using this Dutch oven to make a bolognese. I believe that's how you pronounce it. If I pronounced it wrong, I'm sorry. It does seem like in Italian it's called bolognese. You pronounce the E at the end. And the sauce of the bolognese, I don't know if it's the right sauce. I saw some online that said you use white wine. There were some that used red wine. So I don't know exactly what is the correct way to do this, but I only had red wine at home, so I used red wine and it turned out stupendous. If you ever made the 1000 year spaghetti or there's a pasta dish that was super popular online a few years ago. I forgot what its name was called, but they mixed the red sauce with the Alfredo sauce and they made this kind of like pink sauce, but I don't think it was called pink sauce pasta. They called it something else. But I have to tell you, this bolognese sauce is even better than that pasta dish. We were actually running a bit short on time today, so instead of wandering the IKEA aisles, we did a click and collect order. And while we were at the lockers, I noticed a ton of other people doing the exact same thing. So it's clearly a super popular move if you're in a rush. Whether you've been hanging out with me for a while or you're just dropping in for the first time, you're actually in luck because I have a bunch of IKEA and Amazon videos coming your way very soon. So definitely stay tuned for those. This one.
Is this one?
Oh yeah.
So you say you need
I really hoped you enjoyed coming along with me today. I'm curious, how did you like the look of the DJI Osmo Nano? It was a little bit of a learning curve at first, but I've fallen in love with how versatile it is. Especially being able to get those top-down shots so easily has been such a treat for my videos. Are you considering getting a Nano for your own vlogs, or do you already have one? Drop a comment and let's chat about it. And stay tuned for my upcoming IKEA and Amazon videos. And please let me know if there's anything specific you'd like me to film next. Sending you lots of love and light, and I'll see you soon.